Hello YouTube family. In today's topic, we are going to see different weight training techniques to put on muscle mass. Usually when a person goes to the gym, the trainer puts on your different set of exercises and you go there, do 3 to 4 sets of them and then return. Eventually, you may put muscle mass in the beginning, but on the long run, you may reach a plateau and from then on, you will stop developing. At this time, you have to incorporate these techniques to put on the muscle mass. Let's get into the topic. Muscle hypertrophy occurs by these three pathways. What are they? Mechanical tension, muscle damage and metabolic stress. It is a tripod upon which a muscle hypertrophy occurs. Even if one doesn't occur, a muscle hypertrophy does not occur. Mechanical stress. Mechanical stress is determined by the intensity of your exercise. Muscle damage is a result of your intense exercise. And metabolic stress is when you anaerobically work out, due to the anaerobic metabolic pathways, the byproducts are released which triggers the hormonal response. Let me say you the benefits of incorporating these weight training techniques into your regimen. Increased protein synthesis, more weight can be handled, you recruit more fast twitch muscle fibers, which is combined with increased protein supplementation, your body naturally releases more testosterone and growth hormones, which results in muscular hypertrophy. This is recommended for ectomorphs or hard gainers. Ectomorphs are those people who are very thin and finding it very hard to put on the muscle mass. This is also recommended for people who have low testosterone production. I recommend you to incorporate these techniques only if you have experience in weight training for 1 to 2 months. First is eccentrics. Eccentrics is divided into two things. First is tempo training and then forced reps. Tempo training is for beginners. In tempo training, you do the concentric part of the exercise within 1 second and eccentric in 4 to 5 seconds. The entire set should last for 60 seconds and you should aim for 12 to 15 reps. Let me show you by doing a push-up. When doing a push-up, in doing the eccentric reps, you do for 4 to 5 seconds. Slowly touch the ground and concentric part in 1 second. The same thing when you do with the dumbbell, you do this. This is the concentric part. And eccentric is very slowly. You can do this exercise either with a barbell, Smith machine, dumbbell or with the free weight exercise. Number 2 is mixed method or 2 up, 1 down. When you do this with a dumbbell, you do the concentric portion first. And with one limb in the same place, you do the eccentric portion on the other limb. You choose a weight of your convenience and aim for 12 to 15 reps. Another variation of this mixed method is you keep 2 limbs in the same position and alternatively do the exercise. Number 3 is beyond failure. You choose a weight which you can do for 6 to 8 reps. After reaching the concentric failure, after 6 to 8 reps, with the help of a partner, do the concentric portion of the exercise and on your own do the eccentric part and do this for 2 to 3 reps. If you don't have a partner, you can do this. You do the concentric part with assist and eccentric part on your own for 2 to 3 reps after reaching the concentric failure. This is an advanced technique and it is not recommended for beginners. Number 4 is negative overload. In a negative overload, you have to select a weight more than your 1 rep max. If your bench press 1 rep max is 80 kg, you select a weight of 85 to 90 kg. On a bench press machine, with the help of a partner, you have to do the concentric portion and eccentric portion on your own. Alternative exercises for negative overload are bench press with weight releasers, Smith machine negative overload bench press, one armed dumbbell eccentric barbell curl. In this method, you recruit more IGF-1. IGF-1 are the thing which help you in the muscular hypertrophy process. Number 5 is rest pause method. This method can be incorporated to strength training as well as muscle hypertrophy training. For strength training, you have to select a weight of 85 to 95% of your 1 rep max and you have to do a single on a bench press or any exercise you choose. And after the single, you have to rest for 15 to 30 seconds and then do a single. Rest for 15 to 30 seconds and then do a single. You have to do 6 to 8 cycles per set. Rest pause method for muscle hypertrophy process. In this, you have to select a weight which you can do for 6 to 10 reps and with that weight you have to lift till failure. Rest for 15 seconds and then come and do till failure. Rest for 15 seconds and then you have to continue the exercise till you do for 2 to 3 reps. This is a great workout to bust through plateau and develop muscle. Number 6 is pre-exhaustion training and post-exhaustion training. In pre-exhaustion training, you do the isolation exercises first and then continue with the compound exercise. Compound exercises are those which recruit more than one joint and more than one muscle fiber. The compound exercises are bench press, barbell squat, deadlift, overhead press and clean and press. Post-exhaustion training. In post-exhaustion training, you have to do the compound exercise first and then continue with the isolation exercise. This is a great method to bring definition to your muscle. If you want to get better at a particular muscle, you have to do the compound exercises first when you start the workout. Number 7 is German volume training. This is my favorite method. You can do this by two ways. One is you can select a weight of 55 to 85% of 1 RM, do multiple sets without rest and aim for 6 to 15 reps. Another one is the standard German volume training. You can easily remove it by 10 sets of 10 reps. In this exercise, you have to select a weight of 60% of your 1 rep max. Do 10 sets of any compound exercise and aim for 10 reps. If you can't do the weight, you can reduce the load of the weight up to 5%. The primary goal of German volume training is to hit the muscle from different angles. You generally offer compound movements. This is used by pro athletes to add muscle in the off season. You can do this by supplementary core lifts, combining a compound exercise with isolation exercise, doing a standing military press combined with dumbbell shoulder press. Do this for 10 reps and 10 sets without rest. And alternative method is you have to combine the prime mover with an antagonistic muscle, which is you can do lat muscle and chest muscle at the same time. Number 8 is compensatory acceleration training. Lifting a submaximal weight with maximum force can reap you the same benefits as doing a heavy weight in full range of motion. Note that in compensatory acceleration training, you have to do only the partial movement. Since force is equal to mass into acceleration, you can lift submaximal weight with maximum force, but you have to move as fast as you can. In doing a barbell squat, you have to do the partial movement like this. Number 9 is cheating. You don't always have to follow a strict pattern while doing an exercise. You can also cheat by doing an isolation exercise. This is not recommended for compound exercises. In traditional dumbbell curl, you have to do this. But in cheating, you have to control the negative portion of the lift where you can cheat on the positive part. In cheating, you have to do only for isolation exercises and not recommended for compound movements. Example of cheating is control the negative portion in a strict pattern. Cheating is not recommended for sports players, competitive lifters and power lifters. Do not attempt cheating in core lifts. Number 10 is blood flow restricted training. In this method, the science behind this is you are blocking the venous return of the blood from the muscle back to the body. By doing so, when you exercise a particular part, the blood stays in the muscle and by the end of the exercise, you will get a huge pump. And traditional blood flow restricted training is you have to tie the tourniquet at the topmost end of the muscle and then do the training. You have to aim for 20 to 40% of your 1 rep max, and you should not do this more than 2 to 3 times per week. The advantages of this training are it induces greater metabolic stress and your growth hormone levels by the end of this exercise will be 290 times larger than the traditional training. BFR training increases the muscle strength but not your tendon strength. It will weaken your tendons if you do this more than 2 to 3 times per week. That's all for today, guys. I hope today's video is informative for you. If you think our channel will produce more informative videos, subscribe our channel and hit on the like button. Thank you.